Welcome everyone to this seminal episode of The Pedantic Introvert, or The Traveling Philosopher. I haven't yet decided. For now, The Traveling Philosopher will be its old name, and The Pedantic Introvert will be its new name. Welcome. First, I should answer the obvious question. Why am I posting a podcast to YouTube? Well, that's because I'm doing what I know how. I'm starting with what I know how. So, I will probably end up creating podcasts. And in that case, I will tell you, inform you of where to go and how to find it. Second, I should tell you that here on YouTube and on my podcast, you can and should listen at double the speed. I have discovered that I sound better at double the speed. My hemming and hawing and and it's all sound better at double the speed. So I recommend you listen at double the speed. Also, the sound will get better. I may do more or less talking in the car. Eventually, I will probably buy a microphone and do this in more quiet, padded places. But for now, this is what you get. The Pedantic Introvert. I am Shua, and this is my show. On my show, I need a jingle. I should now explain what every single show will be about. Every single show is from the perspective of the world-traveling, dirt and grit and savvy uncle. I am doing my avuncular duties by bestowing upon my listeners all of my wisdom with stories and all kinds of stuff. Maybe over time I can develop a more elegant podcast. Which brings me to my second point. If you are an audio engineer or an editor, radio editor, or a podcast broadcasting expert, please join my team. I know that I've got a lot of great ideas that are thought out and interesting. What I don't have is the experience and discipline to really make a professional sounding show. So please, and if you know how to market and sell this thing, awesome, let's do it. You won't have to talk or get on the radio or do anything embarrassing. Now, this puts out my next call to everyone, and that is, whoa, hi truck. Yes, I'm doing this in traffic. That is, I could use a co-host. It would be helpful and useful to talk with somebody, banter back and forth. Now, very few people have the ability to have a healthy discussion. And that doesn't mean you have to be intelligent or right or well-educated. I just mean, can you talk and fill time and give me somebody to bounce ideas off of? Because, man, that sure does help. When I have to explain something to an idiot, well, then I'm forced to break it down and find the little pieces of my argument that I'm skipping over, and maybe even help me reveal to everyone when I'm wrong, because I may have logically skipped something. So, sound producer and co-host would be awesome. If either of those two could join the team, or if you've got some talent that maybe you're really good at selling podcasts, or you've got some sort of talent I haven't mentioned, then hit me up. Let's make a team. Now, after all that, let's get to the very first subject. I think I have just reached a point, an epiphany, a small epiphany. I have reached a point where I have decided stressing and worrying all the time is too much work. It's exhausting. And I'm done. I would rather face the worst case scenario than worry about the worst case scenario any longer. So I'm going to live life with a little more casual, friendly, easygoing, stress-freeness. Now, I'm still going to work hard. I still want everything to go well. I'm just not going to worry about it. I'm not going to stress. I'm not going to let it ruin my life because, man, life is just too stressful. Okay, that's it. Now, other subjects that we'll talk about in the future will be wild and diverse. Everything from the morality of abortion to religion to baking to space travel and technology and art and, well, frankly, every subject I've ever been interested in, plus any subject I've ever had an opinion on, plus any subject that my co-host ever needs explaining. I would love to explain. Now, this is not to mansplain to anybody, because I think through sheer effort alone, I have managed to get less and less mansplaining. And I've gotten much, much better at explaining things. And even admitting when I don't know things. So, I'll be drawing from all the myriad podcasts that I listen to, life experiences that I run into, and I'll be sharing these ideas with you, the audience. And of course, especially here in YouTube, where the comments are just an endless stream, and you guys can add and add and add and even argue with each other if you really so like you want to. That way, there will always be a good, healthy discussion going on with everybody learning together. Yay! So that's the plan. This has been the very first episode of my podcast, posted here to YouTube, edited by yours truly, and posted on my regular channel. Nothing special. This is definitely going to take some work. And thank you for listening.